Every year, Total Wine & More adds to the knowledge our staff possesses of our special Winery Direct selection by visiting Napa and Sonoma Valley in California. This pilgrimage is a costly investment, with over 50 of our associates flying into California and spending an entire week learning about the terroir and viticulture that makes each vineyard, each wine, unique. It is an investment that no other retailer in the country is making. And we will continue to do it because we know that knowledge results in you, our valued customer, getting the best wine at the best value. Over the next few minutes, you'll get a glimpse of the 2011 trip and learn about some very special vineyards and meet some wonderful winemakers. Enjoy. I would like to introduce two of California's prominent family estate winemakers. They take great pride in cultivating every element of their wine. A family estate winery keeps its owners' hands and hearts involved from vine to barrel, crafting each wine's character. Every bottle tells the story of the soil, climate, and physical features of the land where it was grown. Let's start by meeting Philip Tongi and his daughter Lisa from Spring Mountain in Napa Valley. They established their winery in 1981 and for 3 decades have continued to work the vines by hand.
Everybody will tell you that the wine is made in the vineyard. It's become a platitude, but it is true. We like to spend 3/4 of our time in the vineyard, not much time fussing over the wine, and a little bit of time projecting it out to the outside world. These are not diseased leaves, they're mechanically damaged leaves. When we pushed up the shoots, it started in a rather a hurry, so some of them get broken. We straighten out these shoots so that the exposure to the sun is the maximum, and then we put a little clip in this wire to hold them up there against the wind.
Yeah, there's just a lot of kind of hand refinement that we're able to do here because our vineyard is as small as it is. You know, if you had a 100-acre vineyard or 50 acres, you wouldn't be fussing around like this. You just wouldn't have the manpower or the time, but we're able to do that here. That's really the reason why our grapes are as good as they are, and therefore why the wine ends up being what it's like, is that we're able to do this very detailed hand labor and care of the grapes.
Philip's wines take you into the elevations of Spring Mountain. This beautiful setting creates a perfect environment where he and Lisa can focus on growing the finest grapes for their family of wines. For years, he was a winemaker for one of Napa's most prestigious wineries. Now you can enjoy selections from his personal reserve.
They all have my name, which is Philip Tongi. The GN is the Italian version of the Spanish tilde, so Egni. And that on our second label, which is the Tambach Hill, Philip Tongi appears on the cork and on the capsule and in the fine print here, so there's no doubting where it's from. Very long cork to help it age well, very carefully selected with 0 defect on the end that touches the wine. Estate bottled, grown by us, no purchased grapes. And the varietal mix is generally, year by year, the same as in the principal label. And so that is Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, and Petit Verdot. And those are 4 of the 5 varieties that are common in Bordeaux. We are growing a wine to suit our taste. We're too small to need to do demographic studies. We've honed the kind of wine we make based on previous experience. It's an age-worthy wine. We don't buy any grapes, because that's an important distinction from many other wineries. And so we're able to grow the grapes each year carefully with a view of getting it into the bottle in the right shape. We've divided the labels. Tambach Hill, our second label, is a wine that's ready to drink much sooner, like 5 to 10 years. But the main label, which has my name on it, is expected to improve for 40 years, maybe 50 years in certain vintages. So if you want to lay down a wine and drink 5, 10, 20 years from now, this is one to try.
The reds, the Cabernet, you all know. It is the most important, it's our workhorse. It's what we mostly make. And the composition varies a little bit because we don't buy any grapes. This is not industrial winemaking. We can only make what we grow ourselves. So we have usually around 85% Cabernet and the rest is Merlot and Cabernet Franc. And then the third wine you are tasting, the Terzetto, many of you have in the stores. It's the perfect wine for your next romantic dinner. It is the wine you can have with all kinds of exotic foods and sweets. We had it for Alexander's wedding, a flourless chocolate cake, and served the wine with it as a dessert wine. It's a huge success. And if you visit us as individuals, you are in the tasting room and you will get truffles, which are specially made for us, to go with the Terzetto. You will love it. So I would encourage you to do that. I have very often visitors. They say to me, gee, you must have fabulous Riesling. I say, why is that? Oh, but you are German. You could have Riesling. Sorry, this is not Germany. I love Riesling. I have a lot of Riesling in the basement. But this is totally misunderstood. You know, I don't plant what I like. I don't plant what is good in the market. I plant what the land produces best. And this happens to be all the Bordeaux varietals. So we have Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Cabernet Franc for the reds. And we have Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc for the whites. We do a Bordeaux white, which you all hopefully know from your store, the Gemini, and which is usually somewhere between 60 and 80% Semillon, and the rest is Sauvignon Blanc. Now, everything we turn into wine comes from this property. We do not buy a single berry from anywhere. So you have basically the same concept as a chateau in Bordeaux, except we don't have the chateau yet. I leave that to Alexander, and he has a son now. They can build a chateau if they want. I couldn't.